The rise of blockchains and other distributed ledger technologies have led to a surge of interest in automating cooperation and other forms of contract handling. As part of Productive 4.0, we set out to discover how these technologies could help improve the state-of-the-art in supply chain automation, including its financial and judicial aspects. In this demonstrator, we are proud to present a brief overview of a prototype implementation of our contract network architecture, a form of distributed ledger solution we have developed. Why then would you want to automate contract handling? Because the information contracts contain dictate most aspects of what the products or services a given enterprise produce or provide. If that information can be made digitally accessible and as reliable as conventional contracts, that information can be used to drive production or service automation, verification and forecasting, etc. What kind of system do we propose? A form of peer-to-peer network where industrial stakeholders sign and send digital offers, acceptances, and rejections. By relying extensively on digital signatures and hashes, all acceptances and the documents they refer to become immutable and non-reputable. As a consequence, we believe them to be useful as evidence in a court of law or arbitration court. The use case we have worked with consists of only two manufacturers and a carrier, the last of which is used to carry components from one manufacturer to the other. Each step in this time diagram shows when each party enters into or fulfills some aspect of a previous agreement. Firstly, a component order is made. Secondly, the component supplier books a transport. Thirdly, the carrier confirms the transport with the buyer. The remaining parts of the use case are omitted from the demonstration for the sake of time. Each of the three parties are physically represented by their own agent and proxy Arrowhead systems, as shown in this diagram. Each agent serves a web user interface, which I will show you in just a moment. The proxies are used to relay messages between the different agents. This is the web interface of some human agent in a manufacturing plant about to make an order of components. On the left-hand side, we see a repository of contract templates, known by all three parties, we can use to make concrete contract offers. In the middle, we have an inbox where we receive offers, acceptances, and other details. On the right, accepted contracts will be listed. We will begin by making an order offer of 10 components of type ABC123 for €4,600 per component. We want them delivered in a week at our premises. We then switch over to the web interface of the component supplier agent, which can see the order offer. Using these buttons, we could change or reject the offer, but we will simply accept it to save time. First, however, we will want to make sure we can have the components shipped by the requested delivery date. We will, therefore, offer a transport booking to the carrier. We offer to pay €2,800 for the delivery, include a reference to the component offer received from the assembly plant, and ask for suitable pickup and delivery dates. We now switch over to the carrier, which we assume finds the offer acceptable. However, it needs to verify that the final assembly plant can receive the components on the requested date. Consequently, it sends a transport confirmation offer to the final assembly plant, containing a reference to the original component order offer and the desired delivery date. Switching over to the web interface of the final assembly plant, we can see that a transport confirmation has come in that references our original offer. We accept the transport confirmation and switch over to the carrier. Seeing that the confirmation sent to the final assembly plant has been accepted, we accept the transport booking, and then switch over to the component supplier. Again, noticing that the transport booking has been accepted, we feel confident about accepting the original component order, which now becomes binding. Lastly, in the web interface of the final assembly plant, we can see two contracts being entered into on the right-hand side. In fact, at this point, each of our three parties have entered into 2 contracts each. Completing the remaining steps, which we will not show now, creates trails or chains of signed contracts. Each such trail of signatures tells a non-reputable story about how a number of parties entered into, fulfilled, or perhaps even broke certain contractual agreements. One thing these contracts can be used for is producing liquidity forecasts, as we demonstrate in our other video. I am Emanuel Palm of the Luleå University of Technology. Thank you for your time.